my name is Willy Minnix. I'm the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, and I'm here today because my editor asked me to write an article on 7 best guitar picks. Well, I have a whole bunch of guitar picks, and so I have to narrow down what picks that I actually want to include in the video. And I've got different materials and different sizes, gauges, and all sorts of stuff. So the next several videos, I'm going to put up my thoughts on different picks that that I have with me. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 per video so that you can kind of hear what they sound like. And I'm going to be playing on an Irish bouzouki, so it's a little bit different. It's 2 strings. It's not like a guitar, but it's a little bit more like a 12-string guitar. I'm going to start out with some hard picks. The first pick that I'm using is let me see, I'm getting blind, is a Dunlop 1.14 millimeter pick. If you can see that in the video, I don't know if it'll focus. This one is purple, and it's got kind of a coating on it that makes it a little grip to your fingers a little bit better. So here's what this one sounds like. And if I strum it, it's a little bit more muted than what I thought it would sound like. Hopefully that's coming across on the video. I think it's muted probably because of whatever this texture is that they've put on top of the pick. The next pick that I want to use is about the same thickness. This one is made by, I can't read anymore, is made by Clayton, and it's a 1.07 millimeter pick. And if you can see that, hopefully it'll focus. But that's a Clayton pick. They've got a little eagle as their symbol. And here's what it sounds like. I think that sounds a little bit brighter. Let me grab the Dunlop and we'll compare it. Yeah, definitely the Clayton has a more bright sound. So there you go with that. Now I'm going to try a Fender. Let's see, these are Fender thin picks that I picked up. It just says thin on them. It doesn't say what the thickness is, but we'll try it out. This is kind of that faux tortoise shell look. Definitely a different sound than the other 2. So those are 3 different picks that you can check out: the Clayton, the Fender, and the Dunlop. Again, I'll show each one of them. There's the Dunlop, there's the Clayton, and here's the Fender. And I'll show you a few more in my next video. But I hope you have a good day, and God bless you, and we'll see you down the line. My name is Willy Minnix. I'm the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, And if you saw my previous video, you'll know that my editor at the magazine that I work for asked me to write an article about the 7 best guitar picks, and I have a ton of guitar picks, so I'm trying to go through a few at a time to try to figure out what they sound like. Now, I'm using an Irish bouzouki today, so it's not going to sound exactly like an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar, but it should give you some kind of an idea. I wanted to choose an instrument that I thought it would be more dramatic, the difference that you hear in the guitar picks. So the first pick that I'm using today is, I believe this is made by Stubby Picks, and it's, if I can read it right, it's kind of hard to see, it's a 1.0 millimeter pick. And they're the tiny little, this is a little red one, and they're like kind of clear, you can sort of see through them. And I believe Stubby, I think so, they are a brand of Dunlop picks. So I'm going to try this one out. So that's what that sounds like. Now I'm going to compare it to another small pick. This is a Fender medium. No, wait, I take it back. It's a Fender heavy gauge pick, but it's a very small, like a mandolin style pick. So this is their heaviest, I think it's the heaviest pick that they've got. To me, that sounds about the same. I don't see a whole lot of difference. Well, maybe a little bit. If there's a difference, it's slight. I don't hear much of a difference. Now, I'm going to try something that's a little bit different. This, I hope that focuses. This is a 10 pence piece. Which, from what I understand, is what Brian May from the band Queen uses to play the guitar. So, hopefully, this should be a very, considered a heavy pick. And the edges, they have ridges, so it should allow you to have different effects when you play. But I'm just going to strum through it. It's a lot brighter than I expected it to be. Now if you drag the pick sideways, you can get a different sound that way too. So I'm going to use one more coin. There's a guy in Texas, and I think you can find him on Facebook. His Facebook page is somedudespesopicks. Or I think it's something to do with Facebook. But he used to have a website, somedudespesopicks.com. But I don't think it's still up. I think he does most of his stuff off Facebook. But he makes the picks for Billy Gibbons. And I think he's made picks for Steve Vai and several other people. I used to know him when I lived in Austin, and he makes really cool picks out of pesos. So I have a peso here, and we're going to see if there's any difference between the sound of the peso and the sound of the 10 pence piece. But you can check it out, Some Dude's Peso Picks on Facebook, and he can make them out of all sorts of different types of pesos, but I'm using the generic, the simple peso. I guess it's I think it's a $1 peso, or maybe it's a $5 peso, I don't know, but anyway, he makes them out of that. And if you go with the side, I'm going to go back to the 10 pence piece. That's interesting. I do think there is a difference between the metal in the 10 pence piece and the metal in the peso. They have a different sound. I'm going to try one more pick. I think I have a quarter. I do. I actually have a quarter and a dime. I'll try both of those. Here's what it would sound like with a quarter. It's a darker sound than the peso. That's kind of interesting. And the 10 pence. So there's that, and then here's a dime. It's kind of got more of the 10 pence piece sound, I think. And I might as well try a penny. I have one of those also. So those are a couple small hard picks and several coins for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I think of all of them, I think I kind of like this little red one the best out of this group of picks. But I hope you have a good day. God bless you, and we'll catch you in the next video. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing more of these picks. Hey, my name is Willy Minnix. I'm the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, and I am here today because my editor asked me to write an article about the 7 best types of picks on the market, and so I'm trying out a whole bunch of different picks to see what I like. And in this video, I'm going to cover different types of thumb picks and finger picks. This one that I'm going to start with, if you can kind of see it there, is a Jim Dunlop. Its model number is 94550, and I do a lot of finger picking. That's kind of my style, but I usually do 2 finger picking. So the other one that I'm going to use is also a Dunlop, and it is a 0.018 pick. So those are the 2 that I'll be using right now. Okay, so those are those 2 picks. Now, I've got another metal pick, so I'm going to keep the thumb pick, but this metal pick is actually, I don't have any idea who made this pick because it's not stamped on it anywhere, but this is what it looks like. It's kind of hollow, so you can, so some of the flesh from your finger can come through it, if you can see that, hopefully. I'm getting to the point where I need bifocals. Shh, don't tell anybody. So it's hard for me to read some of this stuff a little bit, but you'll bear with me, I'm sure. Anyway, this is what it sounds like with these 2 picks. That's interesting, because this one I think sounds a little slightly more mellow than this pick right here. So I don't know. We'll see. I still like playing finger style with just my fingers, so this is what it sounds like with just fingers. Okay, now I've got another pick, and this is by Slick Pick, and it's a medium gauged. If you can see that right there. Whoops. I didn't mean to knock the camera over. It sits on your thumb. Kind of a nice tone. And then the last thumb pick that I've got is a thumb pick made by Herco, and this is their light pick. It is about like a regular guitar pick attached to a loop so it goes over your thumb. So apparently you can play it by strumming, which if you have problems, like I get cramps when I play guitar sometimes when I use a pick. That's why I favor finger picking. So a pick like this is perfect because if you kind of get tired of holding it, you can always let go and it still isn't going to go anywhere. That's the Herco pick, and I hope you guys have a good day. I think I still prefer my my metal one the best, and because I like that nice bright sound that it gives you. So you guys have a good day. God bless, and I will see you in the next video when I cover a few more guitar picks. It's stuck on my finger. Okay, let's do this one. Hey, my name is Willy Minnix. I'm the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, and I am here today testing guitar picks for my editor for an article that I have to write about which type of guitar picks make the best picks. This is an odd looking pick. I know you probably have never seen anything like this. This is actually a pyramid pick, and it's a pick that I got with my oud. And an oud is a type of Arabic Middle Eastern lute, which I'll probably be making videos about that at some point in the future. But an oud is played with a pick like this, where you hold it kind of like this, you pinch the tip with your thumb and your finger, and then you strum it that way. Bum, 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 bum. So it's an odd little pick, but the material that it's made out of is kind of similar to a thin fender pick. So I have another type. I covered a bigger, thin fender pick in one of my other videos, the tortoiseshell looking ones. But this one I'm going to do the kind of the, I guess it's a pearloid guitar pick by Fender. And again, the Fender ones, they don't have a gauge, so it just says thin. So, but I've seen these all over the place. So here's the first one I played was the pyramid. This is the Fender. So to me, they kind of sound pretty similar. Another thin pick that I have is a Jim Dunlop oh man, these are so hard to read, 0.60 millimeter. So this one, and it has texture on the back here so that you can grip it a little easier, but this part is real floppy in the front, so we'll hear how it sounds. Yeah, I definitely hear a different sound with this one as compared to the other two thin picks, so we'll see. Now this one's a little bit thicker. This is a Flex 50 by Herco, and if you saw the last video, I played a Herco thumb pick. This is their nylon pick, made in the USA. I don't know if you can see that. This camera doesn't want to focus as good as I think it should, but anyway, there is the Herco, and it's a little bit thicker than the last one. So that's what that one sounds like. Now another one that is kind of on the thin-ish side is one that I picked up at my local guitar store, and it's a Dunlop Ultex pick. It's a .73. It's about just a little bit thicker than the Herco pick that I just played. So this is that one. Hopefully you can see it. And there's a couple other picks that I'd like to talk about, but I'm kind of missing. I want to do a felt pick, a wooden pick, and a stone pick, but I don't actually have any of those. I used to have a stone pick, but I don't know whatever happened to it. It may be in one of my cases, so if I can find that, I will actually do a video on that one. But these are more of the thin picks that I've collected. So here's what this one sounds like. Some of these picks kind of accentuate the buzziness that is already inherent in this bouzouki, and then some of them kind of take that buzziness away. So this one I think definitely enhances that buzzy sound. So that's all I've got for this video. I will see you in the next video where I cover the last of the picks that I've collected, and it's just going to be a mismatch of whatever I've got. So you have a good day, and we will talk to you next time. My name is Willy Minnix. I'm the author of the Mandolin Dead Man's Tuning series of books, and I'm today talking about guitar picks and different types. And if you've seen the previous few videos, I've covered a lot of different styles of picks, and now I'm kind of down to just some odds and ends that I happen to have. This pick that I'm doing today, it says it is a 1.50 pick. It's blue, it's got a little C stamped into it, and I have no idea who made this pick, but I do really like the grip on it because it's kind of like really sticks to your finger. It's sort of like, it feels like the hook end of Velcro, but it's actually molded into the plastic, and it sounds like this. It's a very hard pick. So that's that one. Now the next pick I've got is actually a star pick, and if you've seen star picks, they have a hole punched in the center of them that looks like a star. Other than that, they're really similar to a lot of picks, but apparently that hole is to kind of lock into the flesh of your thumb. Now this one happens to be a .73 millimeter pick. It's going to be a little lighter than the other one I just played. So that's the star pick. Now I have a pick here that's about the same thickness as the first one. This is the XL series. This is a Jazz 3 and it's by Jim Dunlop. The XL series seems to be kind of a popular series of pick. There's nothing special about the grip other than the letters or what you grip to. One thing that I don't necessarily, it feels like it could slip out of my hand pretty easily compared to some of the other picks that I just played. It is a very bright sounding pick, so I like a brighter sound, so to me that's pretty good. Here's a pick that I picked up at a music shop and it had their music logo on it, but the logo has since worn off, so I can't even tell you where I got it. But it's a standard regular old pick that you'd find with somebody's name printed on it. So I wanted to give you that example just to kind of hear what it sounds like. These are the ones that you find, like tons of them at the cash register at any guitar shop. And I have my own that's got my logo printed on it. I think this is my last one. I need to get some new ones of these printed up, but it's about the same size, maybe a little bit thicker, a little bit more smooth, and it does have a little bit brighter sound. And then I picked up another one at a store called the Acoustic Corner, and this was in Black Mountain, North Carolina. I don't know if you can see there. It's a little Celtic design on it. But anyway, it's kind of the same thickness as the other two. And the last pick I wanted to talk about today is actually a pick that I made. My son has a pick stamp tool, and you can take old credit cards and stamp out a pick out of an old credit card. So I wanted to let you hear what that sounded like. It almost sounds the same as the others. Anyway, my name is Willy Minnix. Again, I'm the author of the Dead Man's Tuning series of books. I have a lot of exciting things coming this year. I'm planning on doing a whole series about folk ballads. I'm hoping to get some t-shirts made up that you guys can order if you're interested. I'm thinking about doing a Patreon page. I've got a lot of neat things in the works, and if there's anything that you kind of want me to talk about or make a video of, feel free to shoot me an idea, because frankly I run out of ideas and I don't know what to make, and then life happens and it's like I get away from making videos for a while, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. But if you want to throw me an idea, I'd be happy to talk about it. I've got several new instruments I'm going to be going over. I've got bouzouki that I want to cover. I've got an oud that's a really cool instrument that I think would be kind of fun to mess around with. And there's just a lot of neat things that I've got in the works. So hopefully this year I'll get some good videos out to you, and there'll be something you can enjoy. So anyway, until then, God bless you. You have a good day, and we'll catch you in the next video.